So if I'm trying to teach a dog to walk on a leash, see my tension? Good. Stay. If I can adjust this. This is what I did with Bentley the other day. That's not helping. Hi, Jackie. Oh, he's stuck there. Hey, Jackie. Say, he sees that person. So I'm going to say, putt this way. Good. Now he's pulling a little bit. See how I didn't really pull back? I just put some tension on it. This way. Come here. Sees that guy. This way. Just enough tension on it where he feels I'm controlling him. I should choke up on this leash. Good go. I'm going to choke up. Stay. Stay. I'm teaching a dog to walk with me. It's better to have them right here so they feel that earlier. This way. This is what I did when he got excited. Say this way. And I put the tension on the leash until he relinquishes the release. Trying to help him make the decision to come with me. And then I say, good dog, when they're not in that fixated mode. Good boy. See what happened. Good boy. Time I see him kind of chill. Hey, Jack. Hey, Putt, this way. This way. Come on. Good boy. Right in that moment. Good girl. Wait for me. Probably some grass stuck in his throat. So as I was saying, Cody, funny dog, cool, smart. Every girlfriend I had thought she was the smartest, best animal in the world. They always liked her better than me, which is understandable. Team girl. I get it. But had her for 15 years. I actually wrote a children's book about her, like I mentioned. She deserved it. But that was when I was thinking I wanted to really spread some awareness about the dogs in shelter. I wasn't really so big on pit bulls at that point. It was just shelter dogs. Then I met Leo. Leo came to me because a lot of dogs end up getting surrendered to the shelter because it's really hard to find a place to live with a bull breed. There's breed restrictions. So I was in a situation where I thought I should foster one. And someone got in touch with me and asked if I would foster a pit bull puppy. So I'm thinking, sure, bull puppy sounds fun. She was in kind of a predicament. She had to be out of her house, and she had I think her son was probably 12 at that time. And he had to let go of his best friend because of this rule. It's really hard for a single mom. trying to keep her son happy. She gets him a pit bull, and then life takes a turn, which if you have a pit bull, you know what I'm talking about. It's chase is on once that starts happening. Lived it, but you often end up spending a lot more money on a place because it will allow your dog. It's part of it. But Leo found himself either going to the shelter. Go again. Hey, let me see you. Okay. Found himself on either going to the shelter or someone needed to take him. And my ex-girlfriend at the time reached out and said, this person really needs help with his dog. He's a puppy. And of course, I'm like, okay, I'll meet him. So I met them in a parking lot. Her car was stuffed with all their stuff. This 12-year-old boy, God bless him, just taking it like a man, just like, ugh. Had to say goodbye to Leo, who he's loved. Oh, here he comes. Had to say goodbye to his best friend. I felt for him. That had to be tough. Here's Leo jumping out of this car. Still intact. Huge, full-grown, 2-year-old, full of testosterone pit bull. Just comes right at me, jumps right up at me. On me, I should say. Not at me at all. It was playful, I want to kiss your face. And I'm like, oh, you mean he's a puppy because he's never been trained before. He's just a big puppy. Yeah. Full grown. First thing I did, took him home with me. He walked right to the coffee table, peed. The other thing that's hard to teach, I think as a jogger, it's hard to teach is I don't want to pull him back. If I pull him back, he's going to pull again. So usually, this way. Good boy. I mean, he's right next to me now. There's a couple of good boys at the right time can really go a long way. But I was saying, like, some people, let me fix that. Wait. This is ultimately the best spot for it. Come here, you. Let's see where I put the leash. So now it doesn't take much. It's the same way people lead dogs around a show ring. It's a slip loop. They're controlling the head. This way. It's going to get excited. This way. Jogging by. Good boy. As I was saying, if you try to pull back, they know exactly how far you've pulled them back. Another guy walking. He's going to get excited. This way. He's pulling right now. If I pull him back, he actually stopped. But sometimes they'll pull right back to the same spot they just were. If I can keep tension, doesn't take much to. Uh-oh, I'm losing it. Good. No. Jack, Jack. Jackie. Jackie. Oh, good girl. Hi. This dog don't like to be hugged. How's a good girl? How's a good girl? Having a pit bull, you don't realize until you're in deep what goes along with that. You have to become a pit bull cheerleader in a way, because people look at them and they just judge them right away. Hence the breed restrictions and the housing. It just makes it really hard to even have a pit bull, which it's injustice to me. I don't like fighting it. Back then I was ready. I was probably 26. No, crazy. Had 10 years to that. The Leo era. That's how I remember. That's how I can. Okay, Cody was this period. Like I must have been between this age and this age. Funny how that worked. The Cody era. She was 15 years of my life. Leo came in about the 12th or 13th year of Cody's life. And I noticed right away that she pepped right up when he came into the picture. Again, the day I brought him home, he walked right in, peed on the coffee table. That was what he was kind of like that. Well, he was still intact too, so that didn't really help his case. But it's funny because in the rescue community, that's a big problem. If I have a pit bull that's intact, they think I'm breeding them or something. I don't know. They all, like, I would take pictures of them. He would be running by with what God gave him, and I would get comments on my page, angry ones from the rescue community. You need to fix him. And I'm like, well, I agree. But there's this myth out there that says intact male pit bull can never be canine good citizen certified. They're just not social animals. They're not capable of being a good citizen. That was the narrative. That was a myth. That an intact pit bull, adult pit bull, is not safe to be around. I beg to differ. And I did beg to differ. Probably didn't make a lot of friends in the rescue community back then. They didn't know what I was doing. But the mission was accomplished. After I did get him canine good citizen certified, I went and got him neutered immediately. Point made. That's all it was. Said, hey, for the record, don't judge my breed. And that's what we set out. We decided we were going to try to be the voice for my favorite breed. And I even had a pet supply store while I was running the pet care service. It was called Animal House. And I decided to do a theme, the first Pitbull Advocate pet supply store. First one. First Pitbull Advocate pet supply store. Back then, I don't even think they were letting pit bulls into Petco. But anyways, I have a gripe with that too, but I'm not going to get into it. Animal House, your first Pitbull Advocate store. I don't think Chelmsford was ready for that. Wrong geographic. But we did what we could. I had a section in the corner of the store that had all the pit bulls that were available for adoption, including possibly one or two fosters that I had taken in that were deemed unfit to be around humans. But they were rehabbed and found homes. Now all living happy and healthy right now. A little older though. They were all good. Liberty, Buddy, Champ, Coco. These were all dogs I took in because people were desperate. Of course, Leah was my first one. First pit bull I took in. And that was my first foster fail. You could count Cody as a foster fail if I told that whole story. But anyways, fostering helps. And advocating for this breed was my mission. We started Boston Bull Breed Alliance, which was a local group that was to share the local pit bulls that were in shelters. It's more like an all dogs, but I like to focus. It was called Boston Bull Breed Alliance. Definitely a theme. Good dog right now. This guy doesn't care. But I would prefer my dogs not to interact with your dogs. Typical. Good girl, Jack. Here he comes. Now he's going to mention it. Yeah, the dog's not coming back, buddy. Here he comes. Hey, buddy. That was a good attempt. Hi. Jack. No, Jackie. Jackie, let's go this way. Come on. We're leaving. We're leaving. Let's go. Come on, Jack. Get in. Vlog number 3. Let's go. I don't even know if I like calling it a vlog. It sounds vlog. Frog. Vlog. Podcast doesn't. Nobody does podcasts. Where are we? Just gonna call it Where Are We? Attention span theater. You know, dogs have short attention spans, right? Maybe that's why I can kind of understand the timing on when you have to reconnect. And you're asking him to do something. For instance, Bentley, the dog that I went to train the other day, got a nice text from the owner this morning saying he's doing good and much more easily managed in the hallways, which was her problem. I'm probably going to have to go back and help her with her chihuahua now. But that went well. I met her in the Boston Common, and I asked her to hand me the leash. She seemed to be pulling her quite a bit because he's excited and meeting people. He jumped right up and bopped me pretty good, which is another issue she's trying to manage. My methods, she picked up on everything real quick, and it really seems to be just a matter of timing the reward, almost like clickers, timing a nice calm energy to let him know what he's doing in that moment is what I wanted. And if he strays out of that behavior, maybe he's jumping up, I want to set a boundary and say no, and use that tone. That tone is a very assertive tone. And the second he put all fours on the ground, I said, good boy, real calm. And that is an energy that will help him settle. I give him a little pat. Try not to do too much. If I pat him too much, he's going to go right back in an excited mode and jump up on me. So I'm just, good boy. Still ready to claim my space if he decides he's going to try to bop me again. But that's the whole thing. We have a bubble, and the dog wants to jump and give you a little bump. It's playful. It's kind of how dogs interact and greet each other when they're not completely savvy as far as introducing themselves. Some dogs like it, but that's how they play. And people don't really love jumping up, so that is something we would work on. I'm gonna come back on the arms. That day went well. I was very happy with the progress we made in a short time. I was only there for an hour. He would react. When he saw our dog, he wanted to pull and bark and get real excited, whimpering. And I was just using my timing to reconnect with him a little bit and to show her the timing to use. I found that to be kind of difficult sometimes.